clause ne say the first meeting assembly ne kona presiding member ne beba no ade also ye ne say ye gi model standing orders ne den etum na presiding member ne aye den aye adwuma o ne ba am so munya presiding member na omanya eti model standing orders no ma gi atum ho ana on say sa issue bi na minua Ghana be. That is why me politics I don't mean support to blind. All those and any but this particular issue, me di ne chia be pimne or review case in say nkokota follow it because it is a local governance system. But I'm penning for na me anhwe ama wan pursue that course no am yanwie. Another issue na san den aba. Ni e friend energize. Share legal interpretation eba. I was here my court here day. Now be judicial precedence. Echina be say lawyer be atena no kasa asem na. No I refer to what SC or court na now can say authority. Authority or judicial precedence. No agina so the hiding ama judgment. Emrana media I support them because according to Mrani say before say the assembly needs to approve. Say any presiding member. The first meeting of the assembly. And I see a model standing orders. And I will buy acting man. The district assembly need practice 3 functions. Your legislative, deliberative, and executive functions. But when you go to parliament was deliberative, legislative, but the executive functions lies on the president. Assembly so to me in terms of and you might be seeing parliament because they don't have the executive functions. Parliament bet my emrebia den aba. Per the district assembly in executive functions no we can decide say we ye o ha anya den enye. That is why I am ransa. Remember one typical example. Or in say uchi wo Ghana ha nyina unko ba bia public toilet ya Bema de wo north, ema de wo south da. De bia yebuye bomba akomeboa, ema wo akiri, mema de wo animeboa. But when you go to a certain areas in the northern region, almost system ne culture ne kire say e bema ne oba sebi ko ejanan so na we anim na we akiri kra bia we bema no omo respecting mema. Ti se bema ne yem ko board drums bi kra, eni kwan so oba ne ye den eti. So omo tradition ne culture no Mema toilet was south, Emadia or north. And that area, and they have the executive function to decide, say, what the toilet, a banner bomba, cause a mema wetchy, Emma what you say? Now, the culture of Ashanti region, and Ashantis, and it's a year festival, although a yaudi, by a say Nippon Bob Branquano Frima, or see a Shannon Munyam, Bachomeboa. It is a parliament, Cosemra say, ye try yem. And I year Saturday, the Metropolitan Assembly of KMA or all metropolitan assemblies in Ashanti region can decide say Samra way parliament de buy no per the executive functions of the assembly no any culture no any tradition way yaji to manya de enye on ya no unless e be ohene na be sorry akase where the tradition they can on bet me support enti new many bo ha sometimes I me kai I mean person me code detail nana prempe to abani wie ya ani ye no oni me nua Steven me call no but oyade me catch and say nana don't step down now my am fighting mrane kakra nana okay prempe bana me party leadership poma pemanso enyesa sometimes emran oya o create a lot of windows it also that could be yet that's yes. Me nana say nana don't step down for Steven. My uncle 2-3 run no be make say. Wako 2 nti anya den. Yen step down. Yen try mrano. Shall any ba under yen ya kwadwo bonso and NDC. Ya dem ya say your party ni toda obi ya. Omo ya mra bi say member presiding okay.
Yeah.
Ghana be Nana Kofi say nyame na sunyan ni takradi ya be 6. But Ghana be was leading this course. Also no in terms of organization did be America. Nana Kuma so he went round the whole organization ya the end Nana Kuma na America no yechi. Minia. my bona bazo oil gan kuma say ni na boka negative aka positive any dey call court by court unim sata MPP your friend say na came ya ya can say your budget court release a budget ni null and void
because of the assent.
Yes, because the member presiding now minister no court na ho na oyi no clause no according to the act no so parliament in quality me dey by model standing orders there minister otimi den we so it needs approval from the assembly we need case no came saba back be patch I think na Toje was a coordinating director. Am I approve budget HM because yes be an budget and see anya ya must approve na obi atam the kokota came home by day e be chire and to the house am running be ba on ba let us all try to accept it na within party constitution class will be try mra ba say o party no power na nyomabu a wo chire ma say we came ye ginas on the ba nim say samra because of came into no change samra no so okay nana senya dum hene nana senya your friend is saying adu say opoman way san your man for be yes and a cheba for some rebi need be buy and ginas say let's do this yes but there is a clause it needs approval from the assembly members. But why the chief executive? Why on the rush? Why can't you convince the assembly members and the presiding members so that they will accept to go and vote for the presiding member near passes Amran?
Okay.
So it be say now the case is in the court. Omo call for interpretation of the law in Bajomboa. Yen nyina yen kona kwa but san yoma we me gidi say yen nyina support the idea of Asukwa versus Ghana Bay ya. Can now say in kaide ke free o. Say we o man say
we ne be kire ka the ruling no e be kire
court we be ye.
Dey also moye.
So ne me cho. Ba ye na we afre no, na we afre enyoy. Say yes afre we num kra ensa enyoy. So at least sometime to that let's fight for the law. Na ya MZM ye na menua issue MZM bi crazy ya kwanzu memfa kwanzu nchia PM Lake Road PM satam na wo ha bebre ba ya try ya solve ya solve we emra na de ye nchirem ne o say den entimi de me feel say it's very good obi anya omomom nko na court no come interpretation of the law. By me, I believe such laws, they will forward it to Supreme Court. I mean, the system never was because I'm able to be, you know, saying one of the coin, a BB Oma, court in Betram says a beer. Supreme Court in a bit my auntie. Yeah, but I mean, the visa is a very good idea.
Remember?
Yeah, Quara.
Mamintio Kakra when the Sohona. Yeah,
Mechia military area for Adiama Chebra, Adno Quada City, my unit committee, Nananom, any asofo and paying for Munina, Mechia Munina. Now, straight to the point, the governor. Now, I wish I can mania old model standing orders no. Now, they are compared the new one. A differ totally. You see, by Emrane said the minister shall modify or amend the standing orders. So amend here. Then the assembly also have the right to modify it.
And amend.
One. Okay. The old one offer agenda. On the local parliament crowd say more orders. Assembly be orders in the argument. And to offer a part 13 of the model standing orders. I mean the current one here. Obecho say, so assembly this year, the first business to transact at the election of presiding member, if any. Or the if any shall because assembly, your meeting be assembly be a piano at the inaugural meeting, which will be sanctioned by the coordinating director who is the assembly to the secretary to the assembly. And to no the only minute I letter Otimi Semon General Assembly inaugural meeting. After inaugural meeting, coordinating director to me call for meeting beyond that. And what you say, of course, meeting now. It's just a coordinating director and a same meeting in Tino. And you must say the election of presiding member. No, actually, say, which we are new one now. After election of the presiding member, now I say the B near appointment of executive committee if necessary. C, constitution of subcommittees if necessary. Pages well. D, or say session addressed by the district chief executive if necessary. Then approval of minutes of the previous meeting. Say, we a new one outside marking you. The model stand a new one. So far old one I won't. I bet you I say the election of the presiding member, if any. After the election of the presiding member, no, the next year to us why adoption of language. And then adoption of model standing orders. Quadrant organizers say, once you say that something no, perpetual succession. And now, because of assembly, no to me say it me amend the standing order, model standing orders no. It could be say your deliberative powers in Tino. Obi wa no acquire research, we know say model standing orders equal have baby no. Ebia your culture situation, I say your tradition. She said they now opoka no. MY Tino. Yeah, assembly now bet me modify this area no in such a way say bet me see to your system na one. Now to be ko baby no. Now they modify way be a came no. Now no man modify. Ona bajo what you say. But she said the new one about baby I said no wom say modification of the model standard orders crano or man farmer. And two, adoption of language. Assembly bia okwan say was o de kasa mienu ene be ye adwuma wa assembly o was state say bro for ye baako na mo select baako nti ke ye we ye yi preside member na no no ya kire say okay bro for ya jatum kasa ben bi ne bank out e bia kwa ahunama mo se fa ahuna o convent mo se fa fante je si ana no ni we does it mean any di kire say ye koke mi na ga me fan say e bia me fa say me nua muslim e bi o Arabic what you say osole ya awuzubla mina shaitan no aka Arabic kasa ye ti onyina ye
ntiasia
ye be dan transact business but what you say but the sia no the loopholes are model standing what we are creating no obi abetimi aka de kasa sebi ye obi a sunsumo ni mu pa no start so carton sa kwabna asam asai now ntiasia. I don't think that the framers of the constitution normally say, young say, so would him. Medium Mijini say, they said the normal Kakwabra, I'm now, and I will better jum. No, I shall as a poor, Nana Prebe Mabe, and then say, no, I know your trace, and I'll back us 5 minutes, and then she bride Yaban say, this all cassa 2 minutes. I won't out to Juno, and now this I said, Bani Ajatu. And you will better better jum swa. I am not that done, I do better jum. Enti mnada dana say ye got to be presiding member ye year to test of members present ayi general total number of the house kwabna no ye old one o wo see no the evan to nche ne mefa new one na ye nya nyintu mu no ye fa no me presiding member no obi a ebe okay now je obeja to say because already they are adwuma that enti some of us here may assembly be a be contest sa portion and sa part no of the standing orders no may support mo pa was a movie a kasa was gonna be the no pa ye so we mo me I support them and I wish all more kokos crowns or kwabna mesa kwa ko tiebi near justification a court de bye because ye cry ye movie wa na beja kra ka we be associated to the case no say be amra no especially the local governments na ye movie ye interested in it no ye bet me practice day but notwithstanding that kwabna they make can say Yewra college team any Ajia Alima Mama ay Sane Vreno local government former local was omona here standing orders way before say it needs to be looked again because lip was no be brave once the dynamic catch out the only ayi na to aka e say no wa ke be ko to atno ni akan a kire no said the presiding member old one is a presiding member who authenticate the affirmation of the contracts with the seal, the common seal of the assembly. Said the chief executive will sign the contract and append it with the common seal. So bedroom every ye presiding member Wontumi ni nyina no ye gunche. I'm free say we nyina ye niema I was here test laws near corporate interpretation of it.
Okay, I know nkoma mene honorable Vargas ADN and we trim yemra ye issues nagasa. But before that, no, my mem come for Vehicle 20 and for mom. Vehicle 20, the ultimate booster. It is made from 100% herbs. We hamasu so and ye draw ya. Eba bua ma honama kwano esisi no so ye na ebia tima ya adwuma se de wo say ye na afa niema wo se ni paduane ewo mu a ebe kwatia niema de nyarewa ebe brown no atimi aye adwuma se de sitie pa. It fights against diseases and infections. Like 20 no immune booster etunya bi na obobo a na se bibia kwa nkan de amom mo amotanya cold mo wa se mo yefro no bibi bontwini wo mukuru ana se motem time ya no mo nso so ase bibi ti wana bibi twa na edani kura eche ansana ewu no utanya infections a mo de Vehicle 20 sounds so ana wa wo ye adwuma kakra bia na wona nteka kakra bia wote bre ase wona nteka for so many hours no wo de Vehicle 20 pharmacy shops licensed chemical shops e wo ma mu ba bia obenya bi nemom 0244 585531 0244 585531 then again on 0244 876321 0244 876321 eno Vehicle 20 and wasam anamaka edi achiro no na Spark Healthcare ewo angoma so any odium kwantimpondo so Dr. Bosom Chejesi aboboa no ana medi wadream anopay wotime nka na problem no infertility say awo wonsam na ye den ede ama wo me de ya na ha me say nsel ni kumafo etime twoma no bia so no mu tata ware ni bisa ase oba no nko na ewo nanso oba ne be ma na ewo edi mesra wada miniano ma as I won some and ye twa mpoa ye di tiatia wa wodie ene se wobekọ Spark Healthcare sexual weakness hypertension diabetes prostate problems ni na no Spark Healthcare ena wokọ wo fani afia ho e wo bonsuom ho no ma na no da me kofa ngoma so ena mu se ye ba bi so ho no ma ye fre wona na ho na me say na na ho na na ho no ba ko stadium machire here ena angoma so ba we de aye wo fani afia ho bonsuom ho fitam ho no ma ena wo cross 0241 641415 0241 641415 and I say 0503 440 286 Dr. Bosomche Jesise Bra na eneno emedi enkomo yamra na yamehwe and the front page of Daily Graphic. It comes with the picture of the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, the big story is assess integrity of public buildings. Assess integrity of public buildings. The President urges the Housing Ministry. Now, me pese ye trickle it down. Now, ye beshe the rule of the assembly. Assembly no kan nkra batabe. Engineer for you and come over did pain. I just want to give it another time. Say a bit home because here pa. Opo?
Yeah. Aniba, I'm say me hun say you say I was say a pet Dambo Chene draw attention to those people they are much concerned on the local governance. It is only Ghana and a development any pressmen more now concentrating on ministerial but any other developing countries biano even when it comes to finances, when it comes to building, sanitation, everything they all started everything with their local governance system. That is why I call local governance now department biao na yana me san kai we am de say what dia by say mona mo page say no party I mean media mo kan omo mama you know me say
RTV for ne awards for no
ne commission for no omo me nyai a friend say economy why economy local governance. Those are projected the local governance. Because a friend say IGF and then one can anti-magi onim. Yeah, but when you talk of buildings within the communities, sanitation, abrewabe nenim, akwalabe nenim, or statifree wafen wako the next step. Obi TV radio can kind ministerial obede home. Ntinyame nshraw ba bia de dwumadie na afa no. Now in about unim. Since from Honorable Dan Butchie so obekaya 18 our local government system, minister manager won say obetma. It is only Dan Butchie and they use the assemblies to assess the general election of Ghana. Okay. So obekaya after the assembly member selection, the general my friend no secretary of MPP obekaya.
No him too.
Dan Butchie be secretary.
Yeah.
Or say on only survey now no majority of assembly members are who say MPP for then awene it told him say election be win. That was comfort time.
Yeah.
And the be winning. Obekai so I see don't get so can be. Yeah. Also so almost survey almost say so when you joke with assembly members and assembly members election your party anymore. By now party in fire nyahwe. It told me here who ye pa near assembly members no ye. Or any by assembly na dwuma saying. Yeah, dan ABC. I'm so call yeah at 46. I think section 48 or 45. It talks about the functions of the building, the building functions of the assembly also. A kasa ansem no. Or any ba yeah dan yesi no. Yeah womra bebria assembly no. Yeah de. Yeah wo kwan fa fa so si dan. Say wo adwen say wo pese wo si dan no. Just say wo ba assembly ho beto o maka say jacket. Now the drawings are then aba. Now assembly in their fast system ma behwe say baby a wo si dan no. Any dan na wo si no, any area na wo si dan no. Dachi bia no emfo ye ne bi nya den emma. They will do all this assessment and sign on magina so am permit. Permit no more in different stage. You will be on be we nyina wi assess wi now qualify to a certain year. Omutimi catch us start your building no. Whilst our building no na permit no ya granted the idea amount. Oineba and name it match offer dum ha. Majority of buildings a word dum pini permit. Oineba be di. Pini permit because some of them use the traditional authority. Some of them use the political authority. And political authority or being a traditional authority, they've all regretted and neglected the district assembly structures. Also, and on unim, the chief executive now, or be also our kokano, and then where your hiniba nesi, or hiniba osi no ni permit. Me kokan obemia eden me free a dear na wunya pa o ye right na usro say you free be how. So number one, the chief executive who are there to implement the decisions and directions of the assembly, no, because of their position, they are also afraid to act. It will say a dance only permit, but no see. Or anybody who can to see a dance, especially in Kumasi, only permitter. Or the Okwa no much wrong. Stop then.
Stop work. Produce permit by one. But near boss where we near Plastown.
And when you come out to challenge, say aye and nya obi ntiase but anybody opa ma me no nko sebe me no ye nyina ye bu akwa na ye wo ma me ana ye me ma me antemage na ye stop antemage say project we oye ya stop no da so ye no nko ho ye timi che okra because oni kama for enti district assemblies no yama traditional authority and political authority are overshadow assembly no and your man was some year then omoye enti chief executive so say be yinadi o so say be ntine o ni ba onim ni omoye obi ye projector enya party bi a also power so chairman na you but me ko hu chairman am say media to be honest I must be honest chairman Wontumi is the only chairman ya assembly ebedi mu die man who saw the chairman semba hoda man who no kra da. I must be honest with you, to be honest. Me bedi came man who chairman to me came da ba could be name say oba onem ni wa I be to me ne prempa kochi am koye. So but other ebinum no one say adeninya ne dey no akoshem se me na me yede. Then you have deal with the person. Or anybody assay your building system or anybody came a man and say, Usi Diama toilet in room, Usi star yama toilet in your day, or anybody park or doom stores a winner. Then I'll be store any toilet room. Sikanipa, peninipa, because of store no quite no business. Business no so Johnson deno. Or anybody on to me nante my prisons in my Johnson. Johnson Gukurabem, what their money, a store boy, near the Abigu Gatem. Skenny mammy, skenny papa. And we intend to forget all these things. Uncle Fwing in us will be an one, meet my catchers or anybody, Uncle Bruchida. And I want to find that. Or anybody, yes, stores away in him. You can't say toilet in him. Or anybody on him say a mremuno. Senka ukra wucham sisia hotel ben wo adum sisia Sambra o ene ba ntimi unim so utimi rura Sambra ko kachom so ye ma baby enya una ene ye be ma wo be kan bylaws on because a commercial area although one koda ho but e wo ho serve the purpose kemi o ene ba minim se me ko ye ma ye budget for that. By the prempenumba or somaya came of all people no cry. Toilet all for opening open to public no. Or anybody we are uraswa. So there was my okay. There was a time many Patrick Frimpong the health man transfer. So how can you go out? Now mo saman crofo and now you're building a toilet now your toilet and you budget for that.
Maybe I'm in if you want to code.
Aha, I am a day. And to anybody say no say politics na kwa to the extent say district assemblies no kwa local government in the say ekuno a rare building system aye kenyina or anybody here say a peja stores wo adum opa ye de survey mame neko is number of stores e wo nyina how many toilet facilities na eden ewom yen count say obiasi store or anybody store kuma aku 20. It is store no per calculation. Say baku biya be shop. Now customers biya 20 per each. How many people enable sa building them within an hour or 2 hours? About 100 people. And then I toilet one. How can this serve the purpose of that commercial area? No.
Yeah.
But building inspector beko. Obeko akohu saade no. Obesroso obeka. Is it Akana Baza wine? Health a year no way. Na okochi na ntwebi so na mabonte. Oni Benjamin kwa. Cause yes I had con off. Timi kwa or the den Akana ba. And I'm saying, director, but why are you afraid of going back to North? I don't know, but why are you saying this? On your channel. Number one, Okoye na Juma as civil servant. Nipa krono krana ya odi uno kredua eyanim guase man because ade na ya odi hye bi dia na ya de hye wonsa de hye no ohwese krono enkoso ade na odi oja amoane ne nam abonten oh no ayu so nipa ni di unim ne ndia ya meme apam akana basusuru no ja e na prempen ko hu se your friend is another you
as qua interchange the bia na ntwinam so
oni ba osako no kwa akana ba organize
bia and
those with a big distance omudi otuoni
the bia na ntwinam
onko bi oni ba enti kroni ye building se samra we nyina anya adwuma ye bedai oni ba ye nim kumasi nim nhye so eni se ne esi dan na enti se yo enti media me feel say you building a India na Kufuado are raising very good point na sadia we also hold the chief executives no na se na so ye dia se chief executive bi timi yam marano timi shem na kire bi otwa na party chairman traditional authority be report who this year dey ba ye nyino onye ba o ha dwen yes ya o sempanifo nso ye to investigation ba from oye den dia na wa ye ntia ye den ye nyino enne party executives omo na hire we so mbemi afaya but we be kwa akohwem no ebi at the system a nipa ndi ye adwuma no enra me hu se o posti ayi bi beto ho now the chairman to o say ade na mu ntimi nye no de o ye na ya munyaika me ba anye za bibisa na o say ade na da mu ntimi nye de obetima ye so ya na mo ye de mu interrupt no etimunyi mu ebi na me ka no enti nipa so obetimi aya oyine ba de ne manfa system ne nyeden enye oyine ba say the building functions of the district assemblies no ye adwuma ho ha oyine ba edan pi kra wo se ebu
edan de sisi kroma ne bebre
oyine ba say disables act compulsory so si dan a sebe oma disables no omo honama kwa no edi dem no also hwe kwan a omo so dan no betimi aiden aha ba bia mahu bi oye pa unit oil santase de no santase o de no waya mom timi de kostro ene yesi nyina we are victims because you go share disables be omo program I say omo nye disables omo ye different able oba no was their chairperson I say they are not disabled, they are different able. Nasa different able no. You and I, anytime you bet me victims to that. And to see bibiana and now in the papa ko odi opa odi won abet my adwuma we. Opa next week ye survey. Na we dan aka yesi. Number of toilet e wom. Or in the stores so do anipa nisi. Na we businesses on the beye. Na we toilet facility e den e wom. Never nipa dodo a ebe serve om na de owi awahwe yanuanom a omo ho akwa no edidem na de the general overview and we don't even reserve baby obi betena ba opeso de store yen reserve baby a car be den ebe pack or the be store but building your friend expecting so be ma omo nyina approval on ya mi che o ni nyina ombenya. But oya de koka oyine ba unim ye can building ni inspectors ni your friends say directors na sem no ni nyina boils down to politics and tradition oyine ba baby akodi ofori krom ya say ahomaso look at hula balu oni permit but me good day number of stores but no support because you be near koso bebre ba me de me fee say so man be enti na obeka ene ba da ye copy up him so anim no nio but dey share traditional authority Kumasi for nsa okaya to da me family man sie eno so nti na eja party to da na ma asem kan den dia me se na nanom enhwese ombe bi o mani do o mo ahye asantiman ni Kumasi man puntu no mo njai ni nyina ma politicians no so mo de man because we are thinking about the next election of the party no we will not think about the generation of Kumasi enti sade na ebebo aye kra no hu se we na oyine ba me kra ya ada no poma melusu na ahonjo betimi develop a me accept na me come in develop na me tena na ahonjo enya yi and also one factor also up time na politicians ye dwen ho ba me de ni nyina me kan be si se yen hwe dan yi a ye sisi na na do aka de a onyiri DCs no onyiri traditional authorities because politicians and traditional authorities oyine ba ye sit down o baby yen rezoning asase no o hina ton o kwaka that is why I'm because me mom de my family na me di no hina abbo ayo odi kura abbo hini din me so hina man position o Kumasi apa me no be call ma ko report.
Okay.
Anybody ma biem. Bayana oh ya reason ya ni reasoning. Ya ni we ba waton asase. Na create conflict.
Yeah, Kwara. Say topic here dey be a very nice topic about boa asantemane Ghana nyina puntu. Na Kwara before then no. We nuanom de obodi de omo mo kokotu. I mean ma another case omo bet me dia come there on the part 16 of the model standing orders. It talks about common seal. Jamaican. We share sub partner that's 65 now. affirming of common seal. Or say, the common seal shall not be used or affirmed to any document except in pursuance of a resolution in that behalf passed by the assembly. Pajazwang. And the common seal was assembly be a one. I know the assembly need to me know. Or see and find secret be so. I just said the assembly nankasa ajiatum resolution assembly na pass. And if resolution will be passed, who is the chairman of the assembly? Is it not the presiding member? And you want the best pass or me a pass resolution? But Oba B now was say the district chief executive and the secretary to the assembly shall by their signatory authenticate the affirming of the common seal. Come that's what you say.
Yeah.
Old model standing orders no. Now being Oba Obeka to say the presiding member shall affirm and authenticate the affirmation of the common seal, another the authentication of the common seal, because in the wisdom of the French constitution, no, kwamna me koyemra na wo wa besan mra na me eyeyi wa wo tra dwom a wo yemra no enyo na also those signatures ase na wo presiding member tra dwom na waka say oh ya ye contract we ya je atum enje fa common seal so a na e dia chief executive mu dia akosi so na a free presiding member general assembly ya chief executive kwamna se e kwasesa de na ye no offer one be kwa tia no kwamna ba jwa dia say nti case ni bia ye mo bi wo say ye test the laws no, but typical example when na am say last time na oni na to attack kan wasema
yeah
na wo nya ne clear no busa say part ben no, so I think that we the part 16 that's the common seal of course so part 65 na affirmation of common seal na chi bia benya no bia no pa cho busa ma me
okay
oboma come back to question now can one wofa yen at 936 yeah part 3 talking about planning functions of the district assembly pajazwang that's so free section 82 obeka section 82 na be section 94 ba gwabra emre ni tinonim me pese ye kan bibi kakrama ye tiefo
okay
ati ase me yi min kan ni nyina ebrenity but me pe baby I say public hearing of district development plan so sa samne no se bia ye pese ye ne ade no emre etechiri a o makwa ma ye enu wo honom ena ba kwa say permit I want to pese section 91 no permit to carry out physical development. But you know that president can was me.
Yeah.
Or say a person shall not carry out a physical development in a district except with the prior written approval in the form of a written permit issued by the district planning authority. It will be a project BIA or district BIA abroad the district planning authority, which is the assembly, no, and man a permit. No, and found was a government project, a public project, a project. You still need the permit of the district planning authority, that the district assembly, no. And you was that Obano Asacho said enforcement in respect of unauthorized development. Ubonzo was say a physical development has been carried out without a permit or is being carried out without a permit or condition incorporated in the permit are not comply with. Remember what they say? And the Ubeka say and then be a 1 year permit and I be no or say as some no or say ye bugu and I see a show near a show the Osawo Yano. And the other my main kind hono crowd now be until I say a physical development has been carried out without a permit or is being carried out without a permit or condition incorporated in the permit are not complied with, a district planning authority shall be given notice in the form that shall be prescribed by regulations to the owner of the land to require that owner on or behalf before a date specified in the notice to showcase in writing address to the district planning authority why the unauthorized physical development shall not be prohibited, altered, abate, recovered, or demolished. I was say, yeah, assembly na yeah district or a planning authority no. Obi a be si dan bia, say ya ban dan, say ya wan dan. Ye be ya who need the permit no. Or see I was assembly no, ye twerɛ ni ebusa say adentina. Was si dan we see abra woni to me. Na afi adentina assembly ni hu kwan say ye be sure say bia sisa no. Anaze mpo no, ye bebu atogu. Ozem rebi nanka meko ebi kwa na beka ya south na 1D 1F and asane send friend no 1 million for constituency project Oze south KCC ni esi toilet bi wonom that time na me sub-metro chairman assembly nya we hu ya see start ye project no ye nim project ro me ya na me friend me call for mo me enko ye ko be ze ma za mum that no mo profile ko tutui After contractor by MP me man your friends no yenya ne sa. I am run ya di adwuma. Ana parliament no so na sise mra no. Eno tira kwa be say impose government agencies. They say ebia electricity. They say ebia police, military, confornoche, hospitals in no. Omo be si dan ya. Omo apply for permit. Kwadron him says came me. Yes, that you apply for permit.
Momo came in.
Yes. Or see apply. Came in as apply to came in for permit because your authority, our authority, the bedroom baby no, the technical committee now, or more yet the planning technical committee no, i.e. na environmental protection